Hello everybody. Welcome to your weekly messages for September 6th to the 12th of 2020. Oh boy, we are already in September. Can't believe it. Please take a moment to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if anything resonates. Leave a comment. Check me out on Instagram at Onyx Healing for more content, more card pulls, more good things from me. And I'm really feeling like we need some levity right now, like we need some serious oracle card pulls today. So I have a lot of oracle cards on the table. That's just what I was feeling for this reading. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that's coming up for this week: Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Anything that can tap you into nature at all, like I do it a lot in meditation, even if I don't have immediate access to nature necessarily, it's a good practice to work with the earth. And there's a lot of ways to tap into that, or even doing something simple like just standing in a backyard if you have access to that. So there's plenty to do with this. And definitely slow down. Don't rush yourself this week. There is no rush. There's no reason to hurry through anything. You're doing everything perfectly. Like, that's kind of how I would lean into this week. There's nothing about this that you need to bulldoze your way through. You can easily move through it as you go. Let's see what else is coming up for you this week. It's not a competition. So this is kind of like stay in your lane, in terms of your only competition is yourself. Like, you don't need to look outside of yourself and compare where you are in your journey to other people and other people's experiences. Because what I know to be true for myself is that there are different paces with everyone. I feel like some people go really fast in certain areas but are slower in others. Some people have struggles in different areas than others. And so when you compare, just remember that everyone has their pain points. Everyone has their stuff that maybe doesn't come naturally or easily to them. And you don't need to compete with others because there's a lot you can't see. And then we have play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Okay, so this is what I mean when I'm like, I feel like we need levity right now. That is just what I'm getting pulled into, or what I'm gravitating towards, is like not making everything feel life or death. And there's a lot of energy right now, just out in the ether, out in the collective, that is making everything feel so serious. And that is the fastest way to make yourself fearful, is to get really locked into rigidity and seriousness. And that is just where pain is going to come from. And so if you can have fun with it, or create some joy, some laughter, make it a game, be playful with it, it can help relieve that fear and tension around the situation. Or what if you get to make it easier on yourself by playing with energy a little bit more? I mean, this is all just a temporary creation in terms of like the world that you're experiencing. So have a little bit of fun with it. Weave in something fun or playful or joyful. I think that that's really medicinal for you this week. And then we have risk, explore your leading edge, abandon safety, jump into the vortex of creative freedom, trust that you will land wherever you are meant to be. Oh, I know this one is really potent for me right now, so maybe you're feeling that as well. Like, every move that you make or every move that you don't make comes with a certain level of risk, and so it's kind of about leaning into the skid and knowing that you're going to land where you need to be. I think that it's more about listening to your soul and your heart. Like, where are you being guided? What are you feeling in your bones? Okay, let's see the other energies that are coming up, and then we'll do a 3-card pick. Ace of Swords. How you think about it, the thoughts are an important factor. So thoughts are something that we have habits around. So this is kind of like the core of Joe Dispenza's work, right? Which is, if you're thinking the same thoughts, you're going to generate the same result because you have the same energetic composition within the body, within the quantum. You're acting in a way that's in alignment with the repeated and practiced thoughts. In the same breath, if you practice thoughts that are in alignment with what you desire, and it will change your body's composition as you practice those as well. So go in that direction. Like, what is the highest possible outcome? What is the highest possible good that you can conjure up in your mind? And practice those thoughts as much as you can. Let's see what's shifting out. What is shifting out for you? We have the 10 of Cups. So I think there is an element of a level up that happens. I know it's kind of ironic, like when the 10 of Cups moves out, this doesn't mean good things are moving out. No. This is about achievement. This is about what you've already celebrated, what you've already accomplished. And so you might find that the Ace of Swords is actually like planting new ideas, new seeds, new inspirations this week. Or sometimes we get what we want and then we're like, okay, what's next? And that's kind of what the leading into the Ace of Swords is. So it's okay to have this, just don't forget gratitude is the currency of expansion. And then let's see what's oncoming. 10 of Wands. Yeah, so this is exactly dead on as far as the 10 of Cups is really comfortable because it's kind of like, oh, I know how to do this. This is so familiar to me. This is so easy. There's no risk at all. The 10 of Cups really, when we're experiencing it, it's joy in its purest form. It doesn't have a lot of resistance when we're already here and experiencing this and embodying this. As we expand into the next level, the next desire, the next process of healing, whatever the case may be, there's resistance that needs to be moved through as you expand. And that's what the 10 of Wands is highlighting here, is just the growing pains of needing to do things you've never done, taking risks you've never taken before, stretching yourself in ways that you haven't done before. And this is something that doesn't have to be painful. It's just the discomfort of, oh, this is something that I'm practicing and it's new for me. And let yourself surprise yourself. That's really what I want to drill home for you now, is just, it's okay if you're scared. It's okay if it feels like a big risk. It's okay if you're not in this nice cushy spot. Every time you expand and level up, you're going to get back to this 10 of Cups space. But remember that this is just as fleeting as discomfort. And that's the beauty of it, is you get to that next level, it feels really good, you get inspired, you want something more, and then it's like, I'm going to stretch myself to achieve that or get that or call that in and receive it, which is also a practice, and that can also come with some resistance as well that we work through and then make ourselves available for. So this is a cycle. It's expansion, it's contraction, it's the death and rebirth cycle. This is exactly how kind of life breathes, if that makes sense. There's this flow and ebb that's always happening. So don't look at it as, oh, I'm going to be so overwhelmed and so overworked. No, not at all. It's just that you're stretching yourself into territory that you've never been, and that's bringing up new skills that you need to bust out. And then we have the Four of Coins. This is rest, slowing down. With this card, the snow is what's jumping out at me, just with how cold it is. And I'm getting, you know, slow down, pace yourself, breathe. It's gonna be okay. Really, it's gonna be okay. And then we have the Page of Coins, a new endeavor, a fresh start. Initiation is happening here. It's showing up for the project, for the endeavor, but it's also about being really grounded in yourself, in knowing yourself, in taking aligned risks as you do this, and knowing that you're capable. That's also what I'm getting. And you don't have to rush to be capable. You don't have to compete to be capable. You don't have to be serious and be capable. You can be capable and have fun and let it be easy and go slower. You can have everything that you want. There's no conditions around stress, pressure, and agony. Those are not necessary conditions for you to get what you want. And I know that they're learned and practiced. So sometimes that kind of sounds like a foreign concept. Like, what do you mean I don't have to stress myself out in order to get what I want? And that's only because we have practiced it for so long. Okay, and then we have the Devil, doubt, fear, shame. So this is the mental body. This is screaming at me. These are thoughts and ideas and beliefs and just things that are coming to the surface that have the potential to tempt you into a belief that doesn't feel good. So it's kind of like if you have the devil on your shoulder that's whispering all these nasty things into your ear about how horrible you are and how you're incapable and it's never going to happen. For all of that you could listen to, there's also an angel that sits on the other side. You can look at it that way too. Like, both are options, both are potential realities. You can buy into either one. I don't recommend that you buy into the devil. I'm just saying the temptation is there, right? It's very easy to get sucked into chaos and tragedy and dress rehearsing that and making it a more painful experience than it needs to be. This week I'm getting lighten up, and it's not so serious. Play with it. Please anchor into yourself and know that stress, agony, suffering, not necessary. Expansion, growing pains, okay. Like, pain is what provides contrast for pleasure, so we don't want to eliminate pain, but when something is just tormenting you mentally, that's what we want to clean up. We don't want to buy into the old patterns, because you have to reinitiate again and again what you want to wire in your mind. And then we have strength, personal power, perseverance, trusting yourself. Trust is really big right now, and it's a reminder that you're more capable than you might be giving yourself credit for, than you realize. And the devil is the contrast to this. This is the, you can't do it, you can't make it happen, it's impossible, this is going to be horrible, this is going to be nasty and awful and blah blah blah. It's all of that stuff that comes up. And so the strength card is holding a candle for what you actually want to be true, what feels better for you, what you are capable of. The strength card is just shining through and reminding you that contrast always exists, and there's always alternative ways to think and perceive what's happening. So let's do a 3-card pick. These are manifestation cards, just so you know. They're geared towards manifestation, creation, asking for what you want. So go ahead, keep that in mind. And then just tune in. Is there one that's jumping out at you, that is calling your name, that you can't take your eyes off of? Okay, card number 1. When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. This is being okay with things happening behind the veil. It's very normal, very human to want to know how everything is going to unfold and a step-by-step guide to exactly how life is going to play out. And this is about letting go of that. You can allow spirit, source, God, whatever you like to work with. It is going to help fill in the gaps that you can't. So it's working for you. And that's what patience is it's not the energy of waiting. It's not the energy of waiting. It's understanding that the desire is inevitable and all of the gaps that need to be filled in are happening now. Card number 2, spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. Alignment, when people talk about this, I want to be really clear. Alignment is aligning thoughts, words, and actions. If all of those are lined up, if your body is holding the energy and acting from a place of the desire having already happened, that's alignment. So that's what puts the manifestation into motion, as well as holding the energy of this is happening now. This isn't something that is like being pushed out into the future, but I'm cultivating it now. And then card number 3, as soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power toward what I want. There we go. So again, the contrast, that is highlighting the devil and the strength card down here. What's happening in the mind, the devil on your shoulder and the angel on your shoulder. Your strength and your defeat. Your disempowerment and your personal empowerment. It's that contrast is what can help highlight, well, what do you actually want to be true? What do you desire? What do you want to create in this life? And that's where it's pointing your attention and it's helping steer you in the right direction. So contrast in itself is very helpful to see what needs to be rewritten. You don't have to go hunting for this. A lot of the time it's very self-evident of where it's existing, and it shows up in the forms of storytelling, feelings, things of that nature. The internal voice. All right, my friends, that's all that I have for you today. Quick update for those of you who have been waiting for the September readings. I've decided that I'm going to skip September, but the October readings, I'm going to focus on getting those out earlier. So I was just trying to play catch up and it wasn't working. So I'm just going to lean into this, let it be okay, and move on to October and get back into my rhythm. So that is what's happening now. If you would like to check out more of what I offer, what I do, and what I'm available for, go to onyxhealing.com. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. It's been a blast. Thank you so much. It's good to be back, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.